Today we will talk about how to stop postponing business for later and start acting. Why do we procrastinate? How to deal with laziness and create motivation to perform any tasks. All this and much more in this video. Sit more comfortably. Take a notebook if you want to record useful tips and techniques. We will also go through several practical exercises that will help you improve your productivity. What is procrastination? Procrastination is to postpone important tasks for later, even if we understand that they are important for our success. This is not just laziness. This is a psychological process that can be caused by many factors. Fear of failure, perfectionism, or even a lack of self-confidence. Why do we procrastinate? Fear of failure or mistakes? Fear of starting something and not to complete. Excessive motivation for ideal results. Perfectionism. A sense of overload and the lack of a clear structure. How it affects our life. Procrastination slows down our career and personal achievements, creates stress and guilt. Techniques to combat laziness. Technique 1. Separation of tasks into small steps. When we are faced with a great task, it may seem difficult and unbearable. To get rid of this feeling of overload, divide the task into small parts. Every small step will give you a sense of duty. Example: if you have a big goal, write an article, start with a sketch, or just make a list of points that you want to talk about. Techniques 2. Tomato method. Pomodoro. Set the timer for 25 minutes of work, then make 5 minutes of the break. This technique helps to fight a sense of overload and reduces the likelihood of procrastination. We work with a complete concentration, and then rest is a simple but effective rule. Techniques 3. System 2 minutes. If the task takes less than 2 minutes, make it immediately. For example, quickly respond to a letter, put things, wash the dishes. Such small actions give an instant sense of completing tasks and allow you not to leave minor affairs for later. Techniques 4. Using lists of cases and planning. Write down everything you need to do. Compilation of the list helps to organize priority tasks and helps not to forget about important matters. Planning for a day or week makes your actions more purposeful. Techniques 5. Creating rituals and habits. Procrastination often occurs when we do not have a habit or routine. Start by creating morning rituals, charging, meditation, or even reading books. This will create a structure and discipline in your day. 3. How to create motivation. Motivation through goals. Install clear goals and break them into smaller tasks. Make sure they are realistic and achievable. Example: if your goal is to learn a new language, start with 10 minutes a day. This does not scare, and you can see progress. Motivation through positive reinforcement. Reward yourself for completing tasks. For example, after completing a difficult task, encourage yourself with something pleasant. Watch your favorite series or go for a walk. Visualization. Imagine how your life will look after you fulfill all your tasks. This will create visual images that motivate you to act. Visualize your successes, your productivity, and your achievements. Why is internal motivation important? External motivation, such as incentives and rewards, can be short-term. It is important to develop internal motivation, which will direct you even at those moments when there are no external incentives. This is a willpower that helps you overcome all difficulties. Real examples from the life of famous people. Example 1. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in history, has encountered procrastination and doubts many times. He was known for often postponing decision-making so as not to make a mistake, and was afraid of failure. However, in the moments of critical elections, he used his internal motivation to overcome these doubts. Jobs created products that changed the world forever, and this was possible thanks to his ability to overcome procrastination, focus on goals, and act despite difficulties. Example 2. Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins, the author of the bestseller 5-Second Rule, discovered a unique way to combat procrastination. Once waking up, she realized that her tendency to delay things destroys her life. Mel came up with a simple rule. If she feels the desire to postpone the task, she should immediately begin to act within 5 seconds, not giving herself time for thought. This simple rule helped her change her habits and begin to achieve results. Today, she is a successful coach, author, and motivational speaker. Joanne Rowling, author of the Harry Potter book series, also faced procrastination early in her career. When she was writing the first Harry Potter book, she had a lot of doubts and kept putting the work off. Rowling was going through a divorce, financial difficulties, and depression, which hampered her ability to focus on her writing. However, despite all these obstacles, she found a way to overcome her procrastination and continue writing. Rowling often reminds herself that what matters most is pacing, not perfection. Ultimately, her hardships and struggles with procrastination led to the creation of a worldwide literary franchise that has inspired millions. Beyoncé. Even stars like Beyoncé have moments of procrastination. However, she is known for her discipline. She admits that for a long time, she suffered from a sense of overload, but found a way to control her emotions and focus on the result. Beyoncé uses the planning system to cope with numerous responsibilities and not be distracted. She is also known that she finds inspiration in music and self-expression, which helps her not only cope with storage, but also create unique works of art. 5. How to maintain motivation and not give up. Be kind to yourself. It is important to understand that procrastination is not a manifestation of your laziness, but simply the result of complex psychological mechanisms. Be tolerant of yourself. Do not scold yourself for putting things in. It is better to calmly understand the reason and apply the technique of combating procrastination. How to avoid burnout. The balance between work and rest is important to maintain motivation. Do not overstrain, and do not try to do everything at once. Install healthy boundaries, relax, and make pauses from time to time. Conclusion. Summing up. Procrastination is a problem that everyone faces, but it can be overcome. The main thing is the realization that you can control your productivity and step by step move to your goal. Call to action. If you liked these tips and techniques, subscribe to the Elevate Yourself channel in order not to miss new videos about personal growth and productivity. Leave the comments below. Tell us what methods help you fight with procrastination. Motivation for completion. Remember that every small step is already progress. Start acting right now, and you will see how your life will begin to change for the better.